After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, block out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referee's command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and/or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
So ready to go for the final event of day 4, the penultimate day of these 2018 World Powerlifting European Open Championships in Berck-Sur-Mer at the Salle Voilet, home of Berck Basket Club, who were French champions twice, back-to-back seasons, early 70s, and they're down in the 4th flight these days. This is where we wrap up for the day, and it's an early finish today. We've already had 3 gold medals on a European basis decided, and on the open basis too. There are 9 involved in this 88 kilogram event. 3 from outside Europe, so 6 going for the European title, all 9 for the European Open crown. Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary, Uzbekistan, Finland, Indonesia, France to host, and Brazil are the countries represented in this. Neither the world record holder nor the junior world record holder are here for differing reasons. Ivanio da Silva of Brazil will be going for the heaviest weights in the opening round, 200, a world bronze medalist and Paralympic silver medalist from Rio 2 years ago, and Rafik Arabat, the European bronze medalist too, will be a good candidate. Anto Boy, who's had Southeast Asian successes for Indonesia, going high as well in the opening round. Martin Vrijdersen from the Netherlands, Thierry Zuderman from Belgium, Gideon Griffiths from Britain are our referees. Men's 88 kg final is on the way. So, ready to go then for the men's 88 kg decider. Now we're going to start off with 160 kg and a first major championship for the Czech Republic and Martin Bihari. Don't have a massive national team, but they're working on it. There's not really much difference in terms of weights across the 9 for the opening round. 40 kg between them all. So 160 for Bihari to get underway, and wavered a bit, so it is no lift for Bihari. And he did have one in his favour, so that's something to try and sway in the next round. Spotters had to get called in immediately. So for Poland, Tomasz Majewski, 160 he's aiming for. He was 10th in the European Championships 2015. He hasn't competed in a major event since then. Was at the EGO World Cup last year in Hungary. That's northern Hungary, so it's probably just about 30 minutes drive from the Polish border. He finished 6th in that. One of 2 Poles in this event. Does open the door in terms of the open competition. That went wrong. That went very wrong for him. So Rafik Arabat for France from La Courneuve, bronze in the last European Championships in Hungary, and he is the most ambitious European in this competition in terms of the weight. So if he follows through in this, there's a potential European title coming from him. So 191 for Rafik Arabat. Crowd love it. He's got it raised and he's got it. He has got it. France in the lead. Rafik Arabat, 191. And a thumping crowd here. It is a full house. How great to have that here. Arabat, our leader, 191. So the heaviest weight being attempted by Evanio da Silva of Brazil, 195, the world championship bronze medalist in Mexico City and the silver in Rio. $195, his target. Real major effort to get it raised. Has that caused him trouble with the referees? It's going to go to the flags. They don't need it. It's 3 reds. The flags will stay down and so will Da Silva. So he misses out at 195, which means that Rafik Arabat of France, 191, and that opening round lift is only 9 kilos off the European record held by Gündüz Ismailov of Azerbaijan. He leads, Arabat with 191, Pipinen of Finland second, 176, and Wojciech Kouakam of Hungary, currently in the bronze medal position, 172. That's in terms of the European battle. Arabat leads Pipinen in the open event with Umirzakov of Uzbekistan in third and Wojciech Kouakam in fourth. So returning at 165, having missed 160 in the opening round, Martin Bihari, 165 he's looking for. $165. I'm afraid the officiating team have given it all their thumb down of disapproval. So he still remains without a mark. As I was saying earlier, the Bihari just found quite a bit going wrong, and actually there was a little bit of rocking as well over and back as it was going up, so that'll be a no-no. For the 2 poles, well, they needed better results in their favour from others. A couple of more misses didn't happen, so Kostyubinski going for 165, which he missed last time out. They need 172 at the moment to get into the medals. $165 for Kostyubinski. Yep, that's it. That has him off the mark. That, if he can handle a bit more on the bar, gives them a medal shot potentially. So Tomasz Majewski for 166. This to put him fourth in the European places and to knock down his teammate Kotyubinski. So 166 after missing out last time. Slowly it went up, and that was enough. So the two Poles successful in the second round. Kotyubinski at 165, Majewski over Turkey in 166, and he did get 160 in the previous round, remember. So they're up into fourth and fifth respectively. They have prospects. But can they follow through on them? Just got through it. Little bit of stalling there, but probably just enough movement to get the nod. And they all gave him the nod. So fourth and fifth for Poland, and currently in third place for Hungary. Cedric Watchu-Kukum. Targeting 176 to put 10 kilos between himself and the Poles. So 176. Well pushed through, but 2 and against. Now that would have been a big help to him, because it would have put him into the European silver medal position and the Open bronze medal position. As it is, he stays third in the European and fourth in the Open. And it was only 2 and against. So now he'll have to think about whether it's worth a gamble, put an extra couple of kilos on the board anyway for the next round, because he may have to in order to keep those medals and maybe have a little nibble at a better medal. So Farad Emirzakov coming out again for Uzbekistan. 175, he's already cleared. This going for 180 this time. Currently lying third in the open event, and this to go second above Jani Pippinen for 180. He was excellent as a junior. He's 22 now, turned 22 a fortnight ago. Strong lift. Good lift. 3 out of 3. And Amirzakov goes into second place in the race for open honours, but there are still 4 to go with heavier attempts in this second round, including Anto Boy and Vanio de Silva, who missed in the opening round, but that was a very impressive lift by this youngster. The return of Jani Pippinen. He's never won a major championship medal before. Currently in the European silver medal position. He's also going for 180, and he would miss out on the head-to-head with Amirzakov, who's cleared 180 there, because Amirzakov is more than 5 kilos lighter. So what you could miss out at the tally that he himself got in the first round, 176. So still second place in Europe, but now third in the Open. A very calm effort, but not a good one. So, he loses his place. In terms of the Open, he is 4 kilos clear of Wojciech Kukum. Neither he nor the Hungarian have won major championship medals before. So Anto Boy going again for 190. And this is the same mark that he missed out on earlier. .90, and this to go third in the Open. Remember, he really had massive problems with it in the opening round. That one he got lifted, but it's 2-1 against, so still not on the board. So how does he fix this? So 2 to go in this second round. Evanio da Silva with the chance to take the lead now in the open competition for Brazil. The reigning Pan American champion. Missed 195 in the opening round and now going for it again. And he didn't get any vote his way in the opening round. So for 195 and the lead. And da Silva forced it up and did enough. He takes the lead in the open event with 195. Well, it was a solid lift by the Brazilian, and now Rafik Arabat, who is in position, leading the European Championship. Cleared 191 in the opening round. This for 196 to almost certainly clinch that European crown and to take the lead again in the open event. $196. Well, he rose it well. Yes, he's got it. Yes, he's got it. 196. He's back in the lead in the race for the open title, but that surely is the European crown for him, for Rafik Arabat. Previously a bronze medalist in Hungary 3 years ago, but now on the brink of glory. And that was impressive. Just an exquisite lift by Arabat. So Arabat leads 196, da Silva second in the open competition, 195. And then with 180, it's Umirzakov of Uzbekistan. And the top three in Europe, Arabat for France, 196. Pippinen for Finland, 176. And Wachuu Kurkum for Hungary, 172. So into the final round then, and Bihari still hasn't got a successful mark to his name. 165 he's attempting yet again. To get on the board would put him into 6th place in Europe if he can do it cleanly. And he has not, so he will not register a lift. And like happened in the first round, it was 2-1 against him. There was a consideration towards him, but not fully. And Martin Bihari is denied 160, 165, 165. Just a few struggles. Needed just a bit more control. So Thomas Majewski. Now, 173 is his target, which would get him into the European bronze medal position. It would see him overtake Wachuu Kurkum, but not get past Pippinen. So this for the bronze medal position. Tight margins in the final round. Majewski for 173 to overtake Wachuu Kurkum, and he will not do it like that. Valiant effort, finishes on 166. There was a leap of 7 from the opening round. Would have been really something if he'd been able to hop up. He's still 4th in Europe. He may be overtaken by his compatriot in the next few moments, but it was a good try. So Majewski is denied. He's 4th for now in Europe, 5th in the open competition. Well, there's quite a bit of brinkmanship coming up. We've got every single lift from now on in is aiming at a medal. So it's impressive where we have the final 8 lifters still in with a medal shout. Thomas Kotybiński is the next of them. He's going to go for 176. And he's looking to jump from 5th in Europe to the silver medal position. Above Wachuu Kurkum, who's currently 3rd, and Pippinen, who's currently in 2nd. 176. If he can get this up, it really blasts the competition wide open. They don't consider him to have got it, though. Well, it was a good try. And again, he added 11 onto the bar from what he'd achieved in the previous round. So it's 5th place for him, 4th for Majewski. And the Poles in 4th and 5th. Down to the final 5. And what that means is that Wachukukam will get a medal. Pippinen also. There's only a kilo being added on by the next 2 Europeans. And Wachukukam going for... Oh, he's had a change of heart. It was going to be 177 if Kotyubinski had done it, but now he fancies having a pop. 181 is what's come up now for the Hungarian, and because of that, I can see Pippinen has run into position. May not necessarily be his turn now. Wachukukam was going for 177. He's going for 181. So is Pippinen. So this an attempt to get into the silver medal position, which means we have our European champion. So Wachukukam comes again. Got 172, missed 176, but that's okay because he is lying 3rd in Europe. And the rest can't overtake him now. Adding 5 onto the bar from his previous attempt. Pippinen is adding 1, but will probably reconsider. Should Wachukukam get this. They're both going for 181, but the Hungarian would have it on the head-to-head, so the Finn can't very well come out and then try and match it. Wachukukam then, 181. He's only got 13 seconds left. 181, and well, despite the fact he wasn't able to get that raised, he's still a European bronze medalist. 5th overall in the open competition, but European bronze is his, and it was just too much of a battle against the weight, and as soon as it went lopsided, well, that was the end of the lift. 172, and he finishes 3rd in Europe. Kubinski 4th, Majewski 5th. And because of that, Jani Pippinen is the European silver medalist. His first major championship medal. And he's not looking to go any higher than 2nd. The ramifications of that we'll go through when our new European champion emerges. $181. This to go above Umirzakov and to go into the open bronze medal position. Well, went up gradually. Pippinen might just get this, and it's going to go to the flags. Oh, 2 red, 1 white, doesn't get it. Bad lift, no lift. And he finishes on 180, so it is 4th in the Open for Pippinen. Actually, finishes on 176. Well, finishes outside the medals in the Open. But 2nd in Europe, won't be overtaken now for that. Well, some dramatic shifting around could be on the way in this final round. Here comes Anto Boy again, aiming for 190. Omirzakov looking for that also. So if Boy gets this, he goes 3rd in the Open competition, displacing Omirzakov, who would have the next say. Boy has had 2 attempts and missed both of them, and really struggled with the first attempt, really awkwardly. The Southeast Asian champion. $190 for Boy. Quite an effort to get it raised, but too much went wrong in it. 3 red lights, and he does not register a weight. So the top 3 remains De Silva 195, behind Arabata 196, and Omirzakov 3rd on 180. But having thought that the Indonesian would get that, they know each other through the Asian circuit. Omirzakov's going to go for 190. He's been getting plenty of support there, as you'll have seen, from Rusa Kusieva, a world championship bronze medalist. He's been fulfilling a big role in the backroom team today. Omirzakov then for 190. Didn't register a mark in the world championships, but $175 and 180 achieved so far. He has done a very, very impressive job of weighing it up very well. Currently on 180 and 190 beyond him. Well, the weight that he's managed to get here would have seen him finish in 11th place in the World Championships. It's 180 that he'll finish with. No joy at 190. And Omirzakov will take the Open bronze medal. He probably knew as soon as it was going up that he wasn't going to have the strength on this occasion. He's still only 22. He's developing. So now the battle for the open gold. Evanio da Silva, the Pan Am champion, the Paralympic silver medalist in Rio, the World Championship bronze medalist in Mexico City. The Brazilian Powerlifter of the Year twice in the last 5 years. The Americas Championship, the Americas Open Championship coming up in Bogota in December. 197 for Da Silva, and this to go into the gold medal position again. Cleared 195 but needed 2 attempts. Still got plenty of time. Da Silva for 197 and the lead. It's too much. Even the original hold looked as if it was going to go awry, so getting it back up was going to be a massive ask. Hasn't happened. 195. So it is the open silver for Da Silva. You can see there that it just couldn't happen. And now Da Silva's miss opens up a big moment for our new European champion. He is the open champion as well. Fabulous crowd in the Salle Follet and Berck-Sur-Mer for a home European champion. .201 for Rafik Arabat. He's already got gold for France, 2 golds in fact. The European record of Gündüz Ismailov is 200 kg. Set in Dubai at the World Championships 4 years ago for the Azeri lifter. For 201 and a new European record. Oh, he forced his way through. It was stuttering a bit. Oh, it's 2-1 against. Well, that was a really valiant try. But he is the European champion. He'll receive a couple of gold medals here. We'll hear La Marseillaise again. The European champion is Rafik Arabat for France. A terrific result. A marvellous crowd here today, as you'll see in the back rows. They had the schools in a little earlier as well, and a little bit of an interruption along the way as it was rising. He still managed to get one of the 3 decisions his way. He only needed one more for the European record, but not to be. So worth having another go. He's going to come out. He will have a fourth attempt. The competition is over. But he still fancies a look at that European record. He's got 3 minutes for it. So 201. He's claimed a second European title for France here today. To go alongside Suad Gazoui's 73 kg women's crown from yesterday. So, for 201. And a new European record to break the 4-year-old mark. Our new European champion, Arabat for France. It was more of a struggle than the last one, but he'll still be roundly appreciated and cheered, and we'll be hearing Lamasias twice over the next few minutes. He is the European champion and the Open champion as well. Rafik Arabat takes a European crown for the first time in his career. 4 senior medals for France here in the European Championships. 2 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. And it'll be presented in the next few moments. Just too awkward in the end, and it was beginning to topple over. So that's it. That's where the lift gets killed. So that's the action rounded up for day 4, but the medal ceremonies to follow, and they will be along shortly. So the medal ceremonies then for the men's 88 kg. And first of all, the open medals. Farod Emirzakov of Uzbekistan claims the bronze medal. He put himself in contention straight away with a lift of 175, then carried it on with 180. He was never out of the top three. There were risks to his position. Went for 190 in the final round, which would have been very, very dramatic. But Anto Boy did not clear any of his attempts at 190, so Emirzakov stays in. Silva to Evanio da Silva of Brazil. Went for 197 in the final round, and had he managed to eke it, then gold would have been his, because Rafik Arabat missed his final attempt at 201. Da Silva with the open silver medal, having been a Paralympic silver medal winner in Rio and a world championship bronze medalist in Mexico City. He is the Pan Am champion still, defends that crown in Lima next year. His European margin of victory was 20 kilos, a whopping amount. But to claim the Open, he won by just the one. A very, very impressive champion. European medals to come. But for now, for the third time this week, and in 24 hours, it's the Marseillaise. It was a thrilling victory in the end in the Open Championship at this 88 kg division. Arabat in major championship action since 2014. 2 World Championships, 2 European Championships, and he is a bronze from 2015, and he will have a European gold in a couple of minutes' time. From the Kornev alongside Saint-Denis, close to Charles de Gaulle Airport, which is 2.5 hour drive from here. And the European ceremony to follow. Just one recycled face, but in the most important position. Couple of first-time medalists here. Well, I remind you, he was working in Hungary when the last Europeans were on 3 years ago, and he didn't compete, worked at the last Europeans in anti-doping, and here he is on stage, European bronze medalist. Very impressive for Cedric Wachu-Kouakum. Proud stuff. His first major championship medal. Likewise for Jani Pipinen of Finland. He was 7th in the last European Championships. Came so close in Aleksand in 2013 when he was 4th. And now he does make it onto the podium. Lifted 176 in the opening round, and ultimately that was enough. Held off Wachu-Kouakum, who had a bit of work to do himself in order to stay on the podium. So Rafik Arabat, the European champion, having previously claimed bronze in Eger 3 years ago. Improving all the time, 19th in Dubai in 2014. He was 8th in Mexico City. So that perhaps made him think that there was potential for something like this happening. It is the home national anthem again in honour of Rafik Arabat. He had a valiant attempt at the European record as well. 201 kg, he missed that. The record still held then by Gunduz Ismailov of Azerbaijan, and it may continue into a 6th year. So that's now 4 medals in these European Championships for France. And they have 3 open medals as well. Victory in the women's 73 kg for Suad Ghazouai. Women's 73 yesterday, and now victory for Rafik Arabat in the men's 88. And he was the top European finisher, even though he was 8th at the World Championships in Mexico City. Nobody from Europe did better than. And he is on French soil and not very far away from home either, the European champion. So that's it for the penultimate day of competition here. We're back at 10:30 Central European time tomorrow morning. Competition rounds off with the 97, 107 and over 107 kg events, with the closing ceremony as well. One more day to go. And glory for France in France. Until tomorrow then, au revoir.